Excuse me, I'm Tony Farrow. I'm supposed to see Dr. Powers.
Oh, yes, he's expecting you. Just a moment, and I'll tell him you're here.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, yes, send it right in. Well, Miss Farrow, I'm Dr. Powers.
You did?
Come in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me take the coat.
Oh, thank you.
Have a nice flight from New York?
No, I didn't. I took the bus.
Oh, I see. Well, it's a very attractive traveling outfit.
Oh, thank you.
Sit down, won't you? I just called Dr. Bellini. He's the head of our research lab. It's the man you'll be working for.
If I get the job.
Yes, right.
Lab, Bellini.
Yeah, Nick, Miss Farrow's here. How soon can you see her?
Bring her right up.
Well, I can't. I have an appointment. But I feel that she'll be able to find it.
Yeah, well, she better if she's gonna work for me. So long.
By the way, you mustn't be put off by Dr. Bellini's social manner. He sometimes can be a little positive.
Yes, I heard him.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
Right, excuse me. Yes. Yes. All right, have him come in. Well, you just take the same elevator up to the 4th and turn right. And good luck.
Thank you.
You first.
Come in. Okay.
So, when the lab you work for closed down, you wrote Carol Lee.
Yes?
I see. So you need a job. Dan Allison is your uncle?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Well, it's funny that go away from a swinging town like New York to come here.
What makes you think swinging is what I like to do?
You're not telling me that a chick who looks like you's not interested in action?
What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm interested in a job. You haven't asked me a single question about my qualifications.
Yeah, I know. I can read. So, your science degree, major in chemistry, 2 years experience in lab technology, trained in animal handling. Guess you know the difference between litmus paper and amino acids. Your qualifications are the least of my worries, Miss Farrow. There are 2 facts on this document that do bug me, however. You're 23 years old.
Well, it happens to everybody, Dr. Bellini. It's not a permanent drawback.
Yeah, and you're single.
Well, I hope it won't be forever.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. I don't have to tell you, you must have looked in the mirror. You're a rotten risk.
Dr. Bellini, are you prejudiced against young, maybe pretty single girls?
Yeah, when it comes to days, weeks, maybe even months of training them, and I get them to a point where they produce what I need, what happens? Some young doctor comes along and they get married.
In which case, I'll invite you to the wedding. So what's the worry?
The worry is I need somebody I can depend on.
Dr. Bellini, would you shout that again, please?
What do you mean, will I shout that again? I wasn't joking, Miss Farrow.
I wasn't either. I haven't heard volume like that in 6 years since my father died. He was Italian, too.
Your father was Italian?
Yeah. It's a marvelous sound. It really makes me happy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, well, when you come to work for me, don't expect me to shout to make you happy.
When I come to work, does that mean I made it?
Yeah. Mrs. Allen, this is Miss Farrow. Show her the animals. Oh, Miss Farrow, you always come to work dressed like that?
Whenever I can afford it. I mean, I am 23. Do you mind?
No, it'll brighten up the joint.
Look, I'm awfully glad you finally gotten here.
Thank you, Mrs. Allen.
Now, the way we're going to be slaving together, you better start calling me Martha, right? Okay.
Well,
Hi, Mike. Oh, I bet you two don't know each other. This is Mike Powers. This is Tony Farah.
hi. How are you?
Hello, Mike.
Oh, Nick, would you excuse me? Now, I dropped by to tell you that I am officially on staff.
Welcome aboard, Dr. Powers.
Listen, I hope that means welcome in the lab, because I want to spend my spare time working with you on the lithium project.
A new intern? What kind of spare time? Huh?
I'll find some.
He's got the same name as the chief.
Mike.
Of
Look
course.
this
His father is Dr. Powers. Listen, I got an idea that those guinea pigs are going to be nuts about you.
I've got an idea. I'm going to be nuts about them.
Yes, come in. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're looking for an application for admissions, it's right down the hall.
That's not what I'm here for.
Oh, I'm sorry. May I help you? I'm Mrs. Allison.
I think you already have. You don't look old enough to be one, but you're my fairy godmother, Carol Lee.
You're Tony Farah.
Yes!
Oh,
the brand new lab assistant at Hope Memorial. And
Well, how pleasant.
thanks to the greatest aunt I ever inherited.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's marvelous. You're here. Oh, that's great. Welcome to Hope Memorial Hospital. Welcome to our
Thank
family.
you.
That calls for a drink.
Oh,
Coffee or tea?
tea.
Well, this is marvelous. Why didn't you call me and tell me you're coming?
Oh, I didn't want to bother you. I mean, I imposed enough by calling you and asking you if there was an opening up here.
Oh, don't be silly.
Oh, that was your fault, you know. All I did was send you a nice, simple fruit bowl for a wedding present, and you wrote me back a Valentine for a thank you note.
Well, I was just trying to express my feelings. I'm sorry if I was goopy about it. Please excuse the tea bag. Here.
With me, warm isn't goopy.
Well, sit down, my dear. We have a lot of plans to make. First, you're going to have dinner at our house tonight.
Oh.
We have an empty room, a nice extra room waiting for you, so tell me, where's your suitcase?
In New York. I just came up for an interview, so I've got to go back now and pack so I can move.
Oh.
I just wanted to stop by and say hi and thanks before I left.
Well, good. We'll take you to the airport. When does your plane leave?
My plane's a bus.
Oh, all right. When do you start work?
Well, as far as Dr. Bellini's concerned, yesterday.
Yes.
He is one impatient man.
Well, you're right. But please don't let all of that hollering upset you.
I'm high on shouters, especially when they're Italian and they get carried away with enthusiasm. My father was a lot like Dr. Bellini. Under all the noise, there was a lot of heart. I'm Mrs. Allen, and a new intern, Dr. Powers' son.
Oh, yes, Mike, yes. He's on our staff, I forgot.
Yeah.
Very charming fellow.
Well, I just met him before I went in to meet the guinea pigs. Well, I guess if I'm going to make that bus, I better get going.
Well, look, just stick around a couple of minutes and we'll be able to drive you.
Oh, no, it's just a couple of blocks. Thanks again, Caroline.
Please.
Listen, tell Uncle Dan hi until I get back.
Well, now you can do it in
sorry.
person. Dan, my dear, you don't even recognize your long-lost niece.
Tony?
I guess I've grown a little taller since I was 9. You and Aunt Tammy used to come visit me before my mother.
Before she disappeared, yes. Well, it's nice to see you again.
Tony, surely there's something that I can do for you while you're in New York.
Honey, you see, Tony, Carol Lee's going to have a baby.
That's wonderful.
And if I didn't watch her, well, honey, we can both see that Tony's a big girl now, and I'm sure she's used to handling her own problems.
She's part of our family, Dan.
Well, she'd be the last one to want to see you overdue.
You're absolutely right. But you're sensational to offer, Carol Lee. Thanks
Bye-bye.
again. Bye, Uncle Tim.
Have a nice trip back.
Thank you. Carol Lee,
Yes.
about the baby. I just think it's wonderful.
Thank you. Well, I feel like I've known her forever. She has that same vivacious charm that Billy has.